there's nothing that I can say to you right now that I haven't said during sex. And let's make it quick, and let's get the fuck out of here. Also, having sex with you makes me feel like the man I've always wanted to be. So, come on up here, have fun, do your thing.
You know, Liz, I wouldn't make it so fast if I didn't have to get you to your fucking Little League game on time. Fucking you was like coming in the boys section of the Sears catalog. I'd like to respond to some of the criticism I've heard. Congratulations, you realize I'm short. Great. To those that say I smoke too much weed, I'm not addicted. I promise you, I haven't smoked weed in almost an hour and a half. I've invented a new dance based on John Waddle. It's where you think really hard about doing something good for yourself and then decide not to because who the fuck gives a shit? I would say you're nihilistic, John, but in the end it wouldn't matter to you anyway, would it? John Waddle and I are both practitioners of what I like to call sad man comedy. But ever the underachiever, John Waddle took a few shortcuts and just stopped at sad. But don't kid yourselves, because he's not really that depressed. He just responds to minor inconveniences in the same way a rich white kid might respond to an ethnic studies course.
It's cold outside. I would zip up my jacket, but that would require me to take my hands out of my pocket. I wonder what gunmetal tastes like.
Sometimes you look at a person and just have to wonder why the fuck haven't they killed themselves yet? But until they invent whiskey-flavored cyanide, I think John will continue to almost be a part of our lives. But he can't because, you know, he's got a paper that's 2 months late. He should probably start on it sometime. Emma and Paige. Two beautiful ladies in a long line who looked at Zach Robb and said, I could give it a try. Which was quickly followed by... You think that's a low blow because he's not here? Text him and tell him I don't give a shit. I honestly can't say either of you have great taste in men. Paige has been spotted canoodling with Dylan Mater, or as he's known in beta, Discount Dylan. And Hannah's dating Ryan. You two just look like Tumblr and Pinterest at a drunken night and couldn't afford the morning after. Hannah, what brand are your shoes? Tom's? Fucking nonsense. Do they match your MacBook? What's your favorite John Green novel? Oh, good. Some jokes write themselves. Hannah the Shatterers might be a pale imitation of Who's Line, but at least our flagship performer isn't a pseudo-talented Martian laced with Asperger's. Hi, Mike. Maybe bad genetics makes more sense every year. We must be doing something right, else half your team wouldn't want to fuck us now, would they? I do like watching you at your shows, though. You got so much wonder in your eyes and just so little to contribute. It's like when the New York Yankees invite a kid in a wheelchair to throw the first pitch. It's cute and it's a little bit heartwarming, but come on. Paige, like, don't feel left out that I'm making fun of Bad Gen. It's just that the indifference that Lady Parts generates is completely contagious. Every class has got to have the C student. And look on the bright side. The 10 people that came to your last show will never tell anybody how bad it was, because who the fuck wants to admit that they came there? Hannah also does stand-up, which is kind of like watching a Diablo Cody movie, just vomit in art. Hamburger. Paige doesn't do stand-up though, instead she plays ukulele and just, man, fuck you, you're doing it on purpose at this point. You're a bike with no brakes and an ironic mustache away from being reviewed by Pitchfork. Tom, a man of many voices, if your definition of many is 3. Tom's also a member of No Name Basis, which you might recognize from... I was going to say more about them, but making fun of No Name Basis at this point is kind of like punching the kid with the wheelie back. That's all I got, really. I love Tom. You guys are fucking assholes. Moving on. Comedy is a very personal thing for many people. It allows some of us with communication issues like myself to have a venue where they can properly express themselves. It allows some of us to find a bit of cathartic escapism when we find ourselves lost, scared, and confused. It heals. It is, to some people, the most important thing that they can do. It allows us, in many cases, to dig as deeply into ourselves as possible, pulling out pieces of our personalities that would have otherwise gone undiscovered. Ryan does stand up about Skyline Chili. Sure, he gets his laughs, but as of right now, he's on the fast track to the discount DVD pile where he'll be nestled next to Jeff Dunham and Carlos Mencia. I had a joke about dyslexia, but I'm having some trouble reading it. Ryan likes to tell people he's Jewish, but honestly, it's more like Jew-ish. He's just a few l'chaim short of a Torah, as they say. But his status as the token minority amongst our group of friends doesn't prevent him from having a legion of adoring fans that come to our shows and disrupt the vibes by shouting his name at the top of their lungs. The people come to every event he appears at, and on one occasion, I shit you not, one of these people celebrated her birthday party by going to see him do stand-up. Now, right now, with the help of you, audience, I would like to give something Ryan he hasn't heard before.